it?
Well, that's the question.
It's on Reddit and Discord, I think.
Okay, so Toast is just gonna read off the Reddit, right? I guess.
Yeah, boys, that's what I'm gonna do. All right,
I want
guys,
you to link it.
we are live. So welcome to episode 25 of the Dankshrine. And technically, this is our 26th week being live. So this is our half year anniversary. So congratulations to us, boys. We've done it.
Hello everyone. I'm soO. I'm top best Zerg player.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo!
Yes.
Number one, right? Number
No
one.
No shame. Just straight up comes out and says it.
I
Right?
like it. Yes. soO, obviously you're the best Zerg. How do you rank the other top Zergs like Dark, Byul, and Solar? What is it they lack that sets you apart?
Okay. I think I'm number one. Number two is Dark. Number three is Solar.
Number 3, Solar. So soO, in the past, you turned to Catz for help with build orders. Nowadays, do you have anyone in the foreign scene that helps you out, or that you look up games on?
최근 GSL에서는 전태양 선수전 준비할 때 신영이가 빌드 추천을 해줘가지고 신영이 빌드로 이겼습니다.
Oh. The yes, it's true. I would go to Catz for build orders in the past, but these days, the players that I get build orders from are different. For instance, the most recent GSL match against TY, I got a build recommendation from Innovation.
Yeah.
That's how I was able to.
많이 도와줬죠. Many talents helped me. And Huan, Major,
Okay.
Major, and Jakji and Maru. Yes.
Are you still close with your old teammates? If so, were there any hard feelings after the SKT group of death? Did you take Classic and Dark out to eat afterwards?
아니 신영이는 혼자 이기고 도망갔더라고요.
그래요? 그냥 먼저 갔어요? 그냥
네, 그냥 가버렸어요.
Okay, so soO goes, yes, after the T1, after T1 disbanded, we still chat, because we have our SK Telecom T1 chat room.
Right. We've heard about that legendary place before.
Yes, the legendary chat room, we've definitely heard about it. We talk on there, but we really don't meet up, outside of, an electronic environment.
Okay.
The only people I really meet in real life and go, eat with them and hang out with them is just Classic and Innovation. Other than that, I don't really meet up with other people. And then as for the group of death, of course I felt bad for beating Dark and Classic, so of course I was going to take them out for dinner afterwards. But Dark felt humiliated, so he just left, as soon as he lost, and I couldn't find him. And then we were going to have Innovation join us, but Innovation, he won his group, so he just left too. So Dark left, Innovation left, so it was just me and Classic, so we went out to eat.
I wanted to stream long time ago, so I like streaming now. Yes. I don't have another job, so I want to be a good streamer.
Good streamer. Yeah, you are a good streamer.
Except StarCraft 2, many games I will try.
Luneth asks, generally speaking, once you get past the group stages of a tournament, you tend not to lose. Finals accepting. Why do you think you perform better outside of group stages compared to other players?
저도 좀 그게 신기한데, 저도 잘 모르겠는데 이유를. 저도 이상하게 8강, 특히 GSL에서 8강이나 4강에 가면 거의 진 적이 없어서 저도 진짜 궁금하긴 한데 제 생각에는 이제 여러 명 신경 안 쓰고 한 명만 신경 쓰면 돼서 제가 좀 그래도 경력이 있기 때문에 그 이제 다 준비를 좀 잘하는 것 같아요. 한 명 상대로.
When it's group stages, you have to focus on preparing for multiple people, to focus on preparing for multiple opponents, so it's much more difficult. But when it's like when it's single elimination, you only have like one opponent, so it's easier for me to prepare for just that one opponent. And I'll be honest, I also don't really understand why I do so well when it comes to like the playoffs. I myself I surprise myself through that, but I think it's just because like it's just easier for me to just focus on that one guy. And I don't really understand, but for some reason I just don't lose in the playoffs, especially when it comes to like GSO round of 8 or round of 4. I just don't lose.
Just goes unconscious, and eliminates nerds. I like it. So there's a question about the soO arcade game.
Yeah.
And if he's played that.
No, if he's beat it. He's played it. We just want to know if he's beat it.
Okay.
There's a soO arcade game?
Yeah, it's where
Yeah, I didn't know about this either.
Here, here's the description. For those that don't know, someone made a very interesting arcade map, which is basically a series of boss fights, and the plot is soO is trying to finally become a GSL champion by removing everyone who opposes him from existence.
Oh my god.
예, I played it arcade in stream. 예.
오.
Did he beat it?
그
Did you beat it?
성공하셨어요?
No, it's
No.
too hard.
Oh, it's hard.
Give it a second.
What do you think of U's coaching, Boxer's coaching, and Park's coaching? Was there any distinctive differences? If so, which one did you like the best?
아.
그렇죠.
네. 임현 선수가 코치님이셨나요?
네, 두 분 다 제가 올 때마다 코치님이셨어요.
아, 그렇군요. 그건 몰랐네요. 알겠습니다. Okay, so of the 3 head coaches, soO says my all-time favorite head coach of the 3 of them is Coach Park,
Okay.
because Coach Park was the one who picked me out. He saw potential in me as a pro gamer and picked me out and had me join SK Telecom T1. So due to that reason alone, I love the man, and he's my favorite of all time. And he would always recommend me and say great things about me when it came to like tournaments and roster entries and things like that. He would always really build me up and really stick up for me.
Nice, that
So
positive reinforcement.
Exactly.
Nice. I
So
like that.
Coach Park was my favorite, and then head coach Boxer and head coach I Love Oo. They're friends, so they have very similar coaching styles. They're cutthroat, very unforgiving. So as a player, it was very difficult and stressful for us. They were both very, very successful pro gamers, so they had perfectionist mindsets that and kind of very difficult expectations for our players to live up to. So it was very stressful and hard.
What is your favorite memory being in the teamhouse and with SKT in general?
즐거운 기억. 저희가 한참 롤에 빠졌을 때, 이제 감독님 눈을 피해가지고 몰래 PC방 다니던 시절이 있었는데, 그때가 좀 스릴 있고 좀 재밌었던 것 같아요.
오. 그건 재밌네요. 감독님 눈을 피하면서 PC방 가서 롤한다. There was a time in the SKT1 team house where we were all like crazy addicted to League of Legends, so we would like kind of like sneak out and kind of avoid the head coach's gaze and try to sneak around him and go to PC cafes and play it all together. And like it was really like thrilling because we knew we weren't supposed to do that, but it was so much fun. Like it was so suspenseful.
Who is the best player for each race, and why is it soO Classic and Innovation?
I think number one Terran is Innovation or Maru.
Oh, he put an or there.
And Protoss is Jest? Jest or Hero?
Zest is
Mm.
best.
Zest is best.
Jest. I think Jest. Jest is best. And
Is this? Do you think Zest is handsome?
Jest?
Yeah. Handsome?
Oh, yeah, and have many muscle.
Oh, he's strong.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Built.
Oh yeah.
He's got that bod.
Sue knows what's up.
저거는요.
저그. I want to be a number one, but now I think Dark is better than me. I think. Yeah.
I'd like
We'll
to.
know in 24 hours.
I'd like to take a side question here because I feel like it kind of fits in right now. I want to know why he didn't go to IEM.
글쎄요. 아니 원래 나가려고 이제 고민 중이었는데 이제 저는 신청하는 게 있는지 몰랐어요, IEM을. 그래서 신청 안 하고 있었는데 이제 막상 신청하려고 보니까 신청이 끝났다고 하더라고요. 네, 그래가지고 신청을 못해서 못 나갔습니다.
This is embarrassing on Sue's part.
Uh-oh.
He's like,
Uh-oh.
I was planning on participating in IEM, but I didn't realize you could register for the open brackets.
Oh man.
I didn't know about it, so I wasn't registering. And then when I did find about it, when I did go to register, they told me that it had already closed.
Poor guy.
That's
Oh
why I need
man.
a team.
Which programmers do you hate playing against or to consider an enemy? Is there anyone who you just can't get along with?
So, deer, I hate deer.
Ooh.
Deer. Yo, Deer's not even in SE2 anymore. Dang.
It talks about the Inject situation for Zerg, and that was one of the big things that was changed in Legacy. And does it feel like he lost an advantage in Legacy with the Inject since he was the best at it? That was one of the things he was known for.
날 때가 되긴 했었던 거죠.
Sue says, yeah, in Heart of the Swarm, with each Inject, we got 4 larvae. So it was really good for Zerg, but then, once we came into Legacy of the Zerg, they changed the Legacy of the Void. They changed that, and, we have less larvae now. So in that aspect, I do feel, a little down about that, the fact that was changed. To be completely honest, though, my skills deteriorating doesn't really have much to do with the change of the queen. It's just, I'm a lot older than I was back then. And all these, new kids coming to the block. It's time for me to step aside and let them shine.
It seems insignificant, but I've grown to like this question. Is what is your favorite animal?
Oh, I like cat.
Cat?
I like cat.
Yeah.
He likes cat.
Both.
He likes cats CATS. He likes cats CATZ, and he likes cat CAT. So,
Both.
No catch.
no
I
cats.
Yes, I like only cat.
Wow.
이게 외국에도 있는 말인지는 모르겠지만 약간 고양이가 시크하잖아요. 약간 시니컬하다고 하나?
Okay, so I asked Sue why is there a specific reason why he likes cats? And he's like, cats are really sly. They're really
They're really sly.
They're sly, they're cynical, they're slick.
Yeah, you want to ask that one?
Yeah, so Zerg seems to be struggling in Korea compared to other races. It's a bit of a running joke. So what does he think, why is this the case? What's causing Zerg to be struggling right now?
일단 라바 문제가 일단 굉장히 크고 라바가 하나 줄었잖아요. 그래서 그게 많이 영향을 줬고 테란전이 힘든데 테란은 일단 빌드가 할 게 많은데 저그는 할 게 없어가지고 테란이 상대하기 너무 편한 게 있죠. 그것도 있고 저그는 컨트롤 싸움을 하면은 항상 손해보는 싸움만 해가지고 네, 그런 것들이 다 겹쳐가지고 좀 저그를 힘들게 하는 것 같아요.
저그대 풀토전은 괜찮아요?
풀토전은 그래도 예, 괜찮죠. 사도가 좀 세긴 하지만
근데 거기는 이제 저그들이 좀 더 유리하다고 보세요?
네 비슷한 것 같아요. 저그 대 토스는.
많은 사람들이 스카이토스 때문에 불평이 많은데
예. 그게 쌓이면 절대 못 이기고 제 생각에는 그 쌓이기 전에 이겨야 돼요.
쌓이기 전에 끝내야 되죠.
네.
Says he loves carriers, right?
Huh?
Says he loves carriers.
No, I asked about Sky Thompson. Oh yeah, I'll translate his answer. So okay. So I asked Sue, why is Zerg struggling? He said, well, first off, the queen inject, the larvae number thing changing is a big thing. That was a big thing that Zergs had to adjust to. And then we're really struggling in ZVT matchup because Terran is so diverse. They have so much, they have so many versatile builds that they can do.
Yep.
And for Zerg, we're kind of just stuck with this one thing that we can do. And it's so hard for us. And then he also said, you go into battle, and then the Terran micros away, and you just end up losing more than you gain.
Yeah.
So you trade inefficiently a lot in ZVT. And that's why we're struggling in that matchup at the moment.
All right, Sue, what is your favorite aspect about StarCraft 2? And how do you motivate yourself to work so hard?
게이머를 제 생각에는 프로게이머를 직업으로 하는 사람들 중에 아마 재미 때문에 게임을 계속 하고 있는 사람은 드물다고 생각하거든요. 왜냐면은 모든 프로게이머들이 처음에는 자기가 하고 있는 게임이 재밌어서 시작했는데 이제 직업으로 해야 되니까 좀 이제 지치고 재미도 없고 좀 그럴 수 있는데 그냥 팬분들, 그러니까 경기에서 이겼을 때 그 응원 소리랑 그냥 팬들이 응원해 주시는 것들 때문에 게이머를 계속 할 수 있는 것 같아요. 그게 이제 원동력이죠. 프로게이머 계속 할 수 있는.
Was this a two-part question, or was it just favorite aspect of StarCraft 2?
I think
Favorite aspect of StarCraft 2 and what motivates him to keep going. Okay.
Yeah, what motivates
yeah.
himself to work hard?
So he basically gave one answer to answer both questions.
Okay.
He said, my favorite aspect of StarCraft 2 is just when you win, and the fans cheer you on, and the fans support you. Because when you're a pro gamer, when you first start off, you become a pro gamer because you enjoy the game, you love the game, and you like playing it. But then when you realize later on that this is your job, this is your living,
Yeah.
it gets tiring, it gets stressful, you get burnt out, you don't want to do it anymore, and that's why you need the fans' support. That's why you need the fans encouraging you. So when when I win and the fans cheer me on, that's what motivates me to keep going.
Sue, what do you think about SOS in your upcoming GSL match? Not because of PvP in general, but because SOS is such a special player.
PvP?
PvZ. ZVP.
뭐 일단 워낙 하는 게 특이한 놈이어가지고 일단은 좀 걱정이 많이 돼요. 뭐 할지 모르니까. 그리고 맨날 이제 큰 대회에서 잘 이기잖아요. 그래가지고 좀 그런 게 좀 무섭긴 하지만 제가 4강에서 항상 잘 해왔기 때문에 이번에도 잘할 거라고 생각합니다.
In regards to SOS as being my opponent, I'm worried because he's such a unique player and he plays such a unique style that it's so hard to predict what he's gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
He's so unpredictable. You can never really properly prepare for an opponent like SOS. However, when it comes to GSL and GSL semifinals, I'm really strong in that front. So I think I am gonna do well. I think I'm gonna win, and I'm probably gonna advance through. But on the other hand, SOS does really well when it comes to like big name tournaments. So, we'll see. We'll see when the time comes.
And then the last thing I wanted to ask was a question we got from last week. And what does he think about like us doing these lazy interviews? Like, what does he think about that in general? Like, does he think this is a cool idea, or what does he think?
일단 제가 방송을 하지만 한국어로 하기 때문에 이제 외국인 팬분들이랑 소통할 방법이 딱히 없었는데 뭐 이렇게라도 소통하니까 좋네요. 저의 속 사정을 이제 외국인 팬분들이 알게 되니까 네, 좋아요. 계속 했으면 좋겠어요.
네, 저희 이거 끝나고 어윤수 선수도 이제 돌아와야죠. 네? 게스트로. 네. 또 게스트 출연하셔야죠. 특히 GSL 우승하게 되면은 돌아와 주세요. 그때 진짜 네, 저희가 인터뷰를 해야 되니까요.
네, 뭔들 못하겠습니까?
Sue said, I think it's great that you guys are doing this. I think it's really great for Korean players in general, because like someone like me, when I stream, I interact with my fans, but I can only interact them in Korean. I don't really have a way to interact with my foreign fans. So the fact that I can go on a show like this and talk to my fans and help them see a different side of me, I find it to be very beneficial, and I'm very grateful that you guys are doing this, and I would love to come back as a guest again.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, we appreciate him coming on and taking the time. But
I straight up told him, hey, listen, if you win GSL, we have dibs.
Yeah.
I straight up told him that, and he's like, okay.
First one is why turtlenecks? And
why
I'd love to wear this myself.
Yeah, that is.
Wearing a jacket that zipped on.
No. But in general, GSL there's been a lot of turtlenecks lately. What's up with what's up with the turtlenecks?
터틀넥만 입냐고요?
네.
아니, 저는 이제 방송 출연할 때
네.
팬들이 주신 옷만 입거든요. 저는 다 주신 것만 입은 건데 저는 어디 나가든 주신 것만 입거든요.
팬들이 털어넥 주시나봐요.
네.
근데 딱히 어윤수 선수한테만 물어보는 게 아니고 대부분 프로게이머 한국 선수들도 다 털어넥 입더라고요.
아, 그래요?
네. GSL 나올 때마다도.
저를 따라하는 거죠. 저의
어윤수를 따라하는 거네요.
네. 저의 패션에 따라하는 거죠.
그렇죠. 네, 맞습니다. So Sue actually understood the question. He's like,
okay.
Are you guys asking about why turtlenecks? I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what they're asking. He's like, oh, well, I wear turtlenecks because I like to wear clothing that my fans have gifted me to show my appreciation. Okay. For some reason, they keep giving me turtleneck sweaters and turtleneck clothes. So, I'll wear that, And when I leave the house, I want to wear my fans' clothes that they gifted me, so I'll put on those clothes. And then I told him, okay, well, it's not just you, but it's also all other pro gamers too, right? Yeah. Like everyone in Korea, especially like when they come out on like GSL, they're all wearing turtlenecks too. And he's like, oh, okay. So then that means they're copying me and they're following my fashion.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's a trendsetter.
Dating question.
Did you get that
Has he ever taken a fan on a date? Is that one?
Yeah. And AKA Miss Magic.
여자 팬분이랑 데이트 가보신 적 있나요?
팬이랑 데이트 간 적 있냐고요?
네.
아니요, 갈 일이 없는데.
갈 일이 없어요.
Are we just gonna ask him if he'll take Tracy out on a date?
남성 팬분들이 더 많으세요? 아니면 여성 팬분들이 더 많으세요?
남성 팬분들이 아무래도 많죠.
많아요?
네.
근데 저희가 저번 주에 이신영 선수한테 물어봤는데 이신영 선수 말로는 자기 팬들 안에서 남성분들은 99% 그렇게 대답했거든요. 99.5% 그렇게 대답을 해줬는데 어윤수 선수는 어떠세요? 좀 다르세요? 여성 팬들이 좀 많으세요? 어윤수 선수가 워낙 잘생기셔서.
아니요. 저도 그 정도 되는 것 같은데.
99.5%.
예.
Sue's answer is no. I've never taken a fan out on a date.
Mhm.
There really hasn't been
An opportunity.
an opportunity to. There's no reason to. And additionally, I asked him the question about percentage of fans, like we asked Innovation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, it's the same. 99.5% are male.
Oh wow. Rip. Okay. Do you think age matters in pro gaming? If so, how old do you think people start to slow down?
저는 제가 지금 26인데 한 25부터 좀 그런 것 같아요. 25부터 좀 느려지고 이제 손도 느려지고 반응도 느려지고 근데 저는 이제 자각을 못 하는데 왠지 그럴 것 같아요. 저는 그렇게 생각 안 하지만
네.
왠지 그럴 것 같아요.
So Sue said, even though this doesn't really apply to me, like I'm not very aware of it, but I do feel at around age 25. Like I'm 26 right now, but I feel like at around the age 25, your hands start getting slower, your reaction rate is slower, and overall you just become slower at the game.
Right.
And I mean, you know, the same thing applies to me too, but I'm not really conscious of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it's happening, I'm not really aware of it. So.
Okay. Nick
Uh-huh.
Poke Bunny wants to ask, what StarCraft 1 or 2 player does Sue consider most inspirational to his career, either playstyle or because of their career path?
비수?
비수?
예.
아니 완전히 다른 종족을 쓰는 선수한테 영향을 받았다고요?
아니
하긴.
제가 팀에 처음 들어왔을 때 태경이 형이 있었는데 팀에 그 형 이제 생활하는 거 보면서 그 형한테 이제 많이 배웠죠. 프로게이머로서 성공하는 그 표본이잖아요, 태경이 형이. 그래가지고 그 형을 많이 따라하고 예. 네,
스타투는요?
맞아 따라했죠. 그 형 생활하는 거를.
그럼 스타원은 그 김태경 선수 말고 또 다른 선수가 있었나요? 영향을 받은 선수? 없으면
명훈
스타투는?
명훈이 형한테도 많이 배웠어요. 판타지.
아 정명훈 선수요?
예.
스타투는요? 없어요?
스타투요?
네.
글쎄요. 스타투는 이제 소울키 형한테 많이 영감을 얻었죠.
오, so key. For StarCraft 1, I received a lot of influence from Bisu when I came into the team house. First thing I noticed was Bisu's lifestyle, his pro gamer mindset, and how he approaches winning. You know, winning championships. And Bisu was known for winning a lot of championships, so I adapted that kind of mindset, adapted that kind of lifestyle, really observed how he did things, and you know, adapted it to my own self. And then aside from Bisu, I also learned a lot of things from Fantasy. Fantasy was an excellent player, so I learned a lot of things from him. This is very interesting. He plays Zerg, but he's talking about a Protoss player and a Terran player getting influenced from. So this is really cool. And then for StarCraft 2, he says he got a lot of influence from Soki.
Okay, that's
Yeah, and
interesting.
Soki was on SK Telecom T1
Yeah.
with him. So
Like Sulky.
I can see that. True.
Yeah.
So somebody brought up a really good question about the choice to do aggressive openings recently, and what's the thought behind that? Is it to hide builds, or is it because he thinks it's good? I know we talked a little bit about the Ravager build specifically, but just generally being aggressive in GSL lately.
일단 제가 우승하기 위해서는 제가 많은 스타일이 갖고 있어야지 상대가 맞춰 하기 어렵거든요. 그래가지고 일부러 좀 여러 가지 모습을 보여주는 게 있죠, 대회에서.
He said, I have to make sure I have a very diverse set of build orders that I can juggle around.
Mhm.
That's the only way I can make sure my opponents can't predict me and prepare for me. So I have to make sure I have a good, a good bag of different build orders that I can do, and that's why I've been showing all these kinds of different styles in tournaments.
What does Sue think he would be doing if he wasn't a pro gamer?
글쎄요. 저는 일단 어렸을 때부터 영어를 좋아해서 아마 영어 공부를 많이 해서 뭐 영어 쪽으로 뭐 가지 않았을까요? 영어를 할 수 있는.
영어 뭐 강사, 교사.
저는 통역사가 꿈이었거든요.
통역사요?
네. 그러니까 한때
네?
꿈이긴 했죠. 꿈이었죠, 그냥.
저도 통역사가 꿈이었는데요. 근데 전 지금 하고 있잖아요.
네.
아,
부럽네요.
좀 아직 늦진 않았는데요.
근데 일단 이제 게임을 그만두면은 좀 공부를 해볼 생각이에요. 영어 공부를.
좋습니다. 린스 선수가 많이 성공하실 거라고 봅니다. 그렇게 하죠. When I was young, I really liked the English language. I liked studying it. So if I hadn't become a programmer, I think I would have done something with that. Maybe become an English instructor.
Okay.
Or I had a dream when I was young about becoming a translator.
Okay.
So yeah, I'd probably do that. And if I do end up retiring as a pro gamer, then I think I'm gonna go back to studying.
What's Sue's opinion on the new SSL and its format?
일단 대회가 하나라도 늘어났다는 거에 되게 좋고, 근데 제가 스포티비랑은 좀 스포티비 대회 열 때마다 성적 거둔 게 없어서 좀 무섭긴 하지만 그래도 이번에는 GS에도 잘하고 있으니까 뭐 잘할 수 있을 것 같아요. 스포티비에서도.
대회 방식 대해서는 기분이 어떠세요?
굉장히 재밌을 것 같아요. 지금까지 제가 안 해본 그런 방식이어서 좀 신선하고 재밌을 것 같아요.
So in regards to SSL returning, obviously as a pro gamer, the fact that there's another tournament that we can participate in makes me really happy.
Mm.
And I'm really glad that this opportunity has come back to me, but at the same time, I'm a little scared because I haven't really established any significant results for SSL before. And because of that fact, it kind of scares me that that's going to happen again, but I'm still really excited to take on SSL again, and I'm really excited for this format. It's new, it's fresh, it's something we've never done before, so I'm happy for it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Let's get it done.
What is his favorite StarCraft 2 event in his career?
아무래도 캐스파컵에서 우승했던 기억이
그
가장-
대답일 줄 알았어요. 벌써 알고 있었어요. 그 대답일 거라고.
네, 그때가 가장 좋았죠. 아직도
가장-
기억에 남고
네.
그 우승하고 나서 그 팬석을 봤는데 그냥 울고 있던 분들이 생각이 나네요.
아,
저를
그래요?
위해 웃어주던 분들이
오.
아직도 기억에 남아요.
대단하시네요. 윈스 선수를 위해서 눈물까지 흘리다니, 와, 대단하시네요.
네,
네. 그 혹시 뭐 거기 안에서 제일 남는 뭐 경기가 있었나요? 기억력에.
그 캐스파컵 결승에서요.
캐스파컵 전체.
Oops.
그 4강 영어가 워낙 이제 인기가 많기 때문에 좀 화제가 됐었는데 그런 이제 화제가 되는 경기에서 이겨가지고 네, 굉장히 좋았죠. 그 선수를 이기고 또 결승에 가가지고
네.
더욱 더 좋았죠.
그렇죠. So my favorite memory as a programmer within my history, you know, as a StarCraft programmer, it would have to be obviously when I won the Kespa Cup. You know, it was my first championship victory. It was very meaningful, very dear to me. And I looked out into the crowd, into the audience, and I saw my fans tearing up and like crying for me because they were so happy for me. Like, that really touched my heart. Seeing that, I remember that so well. Obviously, you know, the most memorable match, my finals against Dark, beating him, and then of course, winning against Flash in the semifinals, because you know Flash is such a popular player, such a well-known player, such a big name player, that it was just like it was so meaningful for me to take him down to get to the finals.
So I got another good question. It's about practice partners and the GSL having different maps. So who does he use to practice on those maps with? Like, are there a specific set of people that he usually goes for customs?
네, 일단 제가 연습 상대를 직접 연락해서 찾는데 그냥 제가 이제 좀 친분이 있는 선에서 네, 요청을 많이 하죠. 직접 연락해서. 누구랑 하냐고요?
네.
뭐 테란전 연습할 때는 뭐 마루나 신영이 레이저랑 많이 하고요. 토스전 준비할 때는 뭐 대여비, 스테이츠 정도랑 하는 것 같아요.
저그전 준비할 때는.
저그는 근데 제가 저그랑은 친분이 거의 없어서 저그전은 거의 그냥 혼자 연습하는 편이에요.
아 그래요?
네.
전 팀원이랑 박용훈 선수랑도 친하지 않아요?
근데 령우랑 뭐 이렇게 딱히 따로 연습할 필요는 없어서 저그전은 별로 연습의 필요성을 못 느끼기 때문에 연습을 잘 안 하죠.
So when it comes to like preparing for my GSL matches and like the practice partners that I contact, you know, like I'll go out of my way to contact them and ask them if they'll practice with me.
Right.
If I'm preparing for like a versus Terran match, then I'll ask Innovation, I'll ask Maru, I'll ask Major, you know, I'll ask these guys to help me out. If I'm preparing for like Protoss, I'll ask Classic, I'll ask Stats. 김대엽 선수라고 말하고 또 김도호 선수라고 말하셨나요?
맞아. 도우 형이랑도 네,
네.
많이 하죠. 둘 다 많이 해요.
Yeah, Classic and Stats, and then for ZVC, I don't really feel the need to ask anyone to practice with me, so I just figured that out on my own.
All right.
I even asked him like, "Oh, not even like your former teammate Dark?" And he's like, "No, I don't feel the need to practice with Dark."
Do you ever go back and practice basic mechanics and find ways to improve upon them? I feel like many players don't take the basics for granted and don't find ways to help their gameplay. So yeah, basically around basic mechanics. Does he ever go back to try to improve
This is
upon
an
them?
interesting question because I translated a bunch of GSL interviews in the past, and pretty much everyone says that they won because they went back and just focused on the basics.
Okay.
So yeah, I can ask him, but I'm pretty sure I know what the answer is going to be.
Yeah. Well, let's ask him because I think that was our last question for the night.
네, 어인수 선수는 개인적으로 다시 돌아가서 기본을 고칠 때가 있다. 그럴 때가 있나요? 그냥 다른 연습들은 안 하고 기본을 다시 봐야 된다.
그게 무슨 말이죠?
좀 그러니까 기본부터 다시 배워야 된다. 그러겠나요?
제가 다시 돌아가서
네. 어인수 선수랑 또 다른 프로게이머들도 같이 그렇게 하는지.
그게 무슨 말이지?
기본적으로 다시 돌아가서 처음부터 다시 시작한다.
그러고 싶을 때가 있냐고요?
네.
그러고 싶을 때 많죠. 이미 제가 좀 오래 했기 때문에. 근데 제가 그렇게 이룬 게 아직 만족스럽지 못해서 어렸을 때로 돌아가서 그냥 다시 조금 더 열심히 하고 싶다는 그런 생각이 들죠. 그때 열심히 안 한 게 좀 후회가 돼요.
다른 선수들은 다른 선수도 똑같은 그런 기분이 드나?
글쎄요, 다른 선수들이랑 이런 얘기 안 해봐서 모르겠는데, 저는 제가 좀 더 열심히 안 한 게 후회가 돼요.
So to answer the basics, so to answer the question about the basics, Sue says there are times where I wish I could go back, to the days of when I was young, and had focused a bit more on the basics. I wish I could, go back and to that time when I was young and I tried a little harder, and I practiced a bit more. And then of course nowadays there are times where I do feel, from time to time, that I wish I could go back and hone my basics again. As for other pro gamers sharing the same sentiment, I have no idea. I've never discussed this with them before, so I have no idea if they feel this way.
Sure.
I just know personally for myself, there are some times where I wish I could go back and I tried a little harder and worked a little more.
Right, makes sense. Okay, well, do you want to ask you then if he wants to give his final words?
Yeah, we're wrapping it up.
Yep.
Okay. 그럼 이제 마지막으로 윤수 선수가 팬들이랑 해외 팬들에게, 시청자들에게 마지막으로 한마디 해주세요. 올해의 각오를 얘기해주세요.
Thank you for watching interview, and I'll be a champion in GSL. So please watching GSL for me.
For me.
Only for me.
Only for me.
Thank you for cheering me and watching my stream, please. Okay, done.
Okay.
All right.
그리고
guys.
자기가 이번 올해 블리즈콘 챔피언 되겠다고 말해주세요.
Okay. I will get a trophy in BlizzCon, so please visit in BlizzCon for
Watching only me.
for me.
Yeah.
I can get many viewers. Many viewers than Byun.
More viewers than Young.
Oh man.
참 좋은 대답이셨습니다.
Okay.
혹시 한국말로 하고 싶은 거는 없었나요?
글쎄요. 그냥 항상 응원해주시는 분들한테 고맙고, 아까 할 말 다 했는데.
할 말 다 했어요?
네.
네, 알겠습니다. Yeah, I was like, hey, is there anything you want to say in Korean? He's like, no, I said it all in English already.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
that's
Well,
right.
we got to get him to say the one last thing, which is
네, 그 이제 마지막으로 다시 한번
Yeah, what do you
데이비드
think about the Larva nerf?
David Kim, please.
okay,
Please
guys.
buff Zerg.
Buff Zerg, Buff Terran.
Nerf Terran, buff Zerg.
All right, guys, that'll do it for this week. Catch us next week. Who's our going to be, I guess, for next week? Seeker? Bunny? All right, so tune in next week when we have Dust Bunny on the show. Thank you for everyone who watched tonight. We really appreciate it. Thank you for those donations. Again, top donator will be able to guest host an episode with us. Currently, Turd Ziggler is in the lead with $8.40, so that's not too hard to beat. And we will see you guys next week. So thanks for watching. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. You're awesome. You guys are always awesome.